Hello and welcome to Kickbastards, a game recently released yesterday, the 5th of January. I'd like to thank the developer for giving me a free key to make a review for the game. I did play the demo and I absolutely love the demo, so color me very happy when I got a free key. To not waste any of your time, I'll just tell you right now that if you liked Mirror's Edge, this is easily the best parkour game that's come out since. And I would say right now, I mean, it's still early in 2024, but this is easily the best game released in 2024 so far. It'll probably be the best parkour game for 2024 as well. But I don't know, it could change, obviously, depending on stuff. So I did finish the game this morning. It took me about an hour and 9 minutes to play. I would probably have finished earlier. I would have probably gotten better scores. But my cat kept trying to climb all over me and do a bunch of stuff and just make it really annoying and difficult to play. So, there is a story to it. The story is pretty lighthearted. Basically, you wake up in hell and, you know, you're not happy about it. So you want to get out of hell and you want to defeat the devil. And it's played through these little tiny chit-chat scenes as you play through, which are pretty fun to look through, and they're just kind of enjoyable. I'm just going to play like some random levels to kind of go over some of the parkour and stuff. My skills are not fantastic. Some of it will be good, some of it will be bad. It doesn't really matter. Overall, though, I'm going to hopefully pick enough levels that kind of show some of the really good parts of parkour. And also, of course, some things that I felt were a little frustrated. But that's essentially like how the levels go. You just kind of run through, you get your little text about like what's going on, and then we just kind of go through. Some of these you'll recognize perhaps from the demo, like this if you did play it. I will say that there's occasionally some moments of frustration where you're trying to, like, you know, line yourself up to do, you know, a wall run or something, and you just kind of mess up with your angle just a little bit and you can't do it and you die, and you're like, man, that's not cool. But I assure you, when that happens, it's a skill issue. You should get better at the game. I'm joking, but I'm dead serious. It's definitely a situation to where you just lack the skills to accomplish things, but it's okay because there is such a very fast you know, respawn of sorts. I mean, like, you get back into the game very, very quickly, which makes it very easy to get back into things after you die. So it's really, really nice to be able to just kind of get back into it as quickly as you can, and it's also just like incredibly enjoyable. Like, every part of the platforming is done really well. The levels are designed very, very, very nicely. It's very rare that you hit a level that you're just not sure where to go. You will almost always have a pretty easy time of looking and seeing where to go. Some levels will have multiple different ways that you can go. Like, you aren't stuck doing a very specific way. There are other ways to do it. They're not all levels where you have to just kind of finish things with, you know, trying to get to the end in a specific time and kill the big boss. Some of the levels do have you play to the point where you have to kill a certain amount of enemies, and those are fine. They're pretty cool, but I will say that the best levels are very easily the ones that you're just trying to get through the levels as quickly as possible, because the game is very much designed towards speed. However, it doesn't lock you into anything. If you know, finish levels really slow, that's fine. It's not going to prevent you from having an absolute blast or a wonderful time. There are some Easter eggs thrown out in a couple of places, like we got the frog from Frogger, obviously. There is a sign that tells you where the Doomslayer is. There's just a lot of little things that are fun and entertaining, and it's just, the amount of love and care that has obviously gone into the game is incredible. And for a game that's been developed for 2 years, like, it's, you know, I feel like it's just everything about it just oozes charm. It's a really, really enjoyable title. There's quite a few achievements that you'll be able to unlock as you play, which they're all doable, and I don't want to say easy because they certainly aren't easy in some cases, but they're all doable over time. The longer you play, the better you get. Where's this last guy? I don't remember where this last guy is. Oh, there he is. He's hiding. Alright, I'm gonna jump into like some of the other levels, just to kind of show it off. I do like that there's a level system, level select. You can always go back and you can play whatever levels were your favorite, try to beat your top score. There's a couple of different areas. This is the only one that I would say, this unknown realm is the only one that feels really unique in comparison to the normal hell environment. I will say that grappling is probably what I would consider the weak link of the game. It's a little bit difficult to really get the hang of because you sometimes need to grapple for speed, sometimes for height, and it can be kind of difficult to get things lined up in the way that you need it. And there's probably gonna be, and I think there's a level, I know there's a level that I'm coming up on that will easily kind of show you why I feel that's like, so frustrating. There's a quick reload, so if you mess up, like I just did there, you could easily jump back into it to restart the level, so you don't have to, fail completely if you know that you're not going to make it, which is also another really nice thing. It seems very, very considerate of the developers to be cognizant of your time, especially in a game like this, where, honestly, it is entirely based on speed. Would help if I got the angle right. I don't think this is a level that I want to show anyway. I just don't remember... I don't remember for sure which one it is. I don't think it's this one. No, it's not this one. Yeah, so this is like one of the enemy types. There's really not very many enemies in the game. The game does not have a lot of enemies, which, it's not really a bad thing. Like, I don't look at it as a negative. I do kind of wish we had a little bit more variety in the enemies, but overall it's not like, it's not that bad of a thing, you don't need that many. Yeah, and this is definitely not the level I was looking for. It's in this area somewhere. But it's a level that easily shows, like, the frustrations that I had when it came to grappling. It's not this one either. I will find it. Ah, it's this one. This one for sure. This one is what I felt like was the easiest way to explain kind of the frustrations that I would have when it comes... I pushed the wrong button. This one was really difficult just because there's so much that has to get right, and a lot of the timing was difficult to do. I guess now that I've played it like 20 times, I've kind of got the hang of it. Yeah, I did. Like, obviously, me saying that that's hard is obviously not going to make any sense, because obviously it wasn't very difficult there at all. Let's see. There's another one. I don't know, but I'm going to go do my I'm going to end this out with my favorite level, which is this one, to kind of finish out the review. Anyway, the whole point of the thing is this is a very entertaining game. See, there you go. Doomslayer. That way. I did try to make it over to him, or to where they say the Doomslayer is, but it's not like the easiest. But there are like secrets in the game, so there's a bunch of collectible items you can get, which is pretty cool. But then there's also some secrets you can find if you like to explore the levels. And I highly encourage you to just run around and explore the levels after you finish them the first time, because it's a lot of fun to just go and see all the love and care and just the kind of cool stuff that the developers have thrown in for shits and giggles, essentially. I like it. It's a lot of fun. So anyway, so to kind of recap and close everything out, like I think I've shown a pretty decent amount of what the parkour is like, and it's really good, I think. Very entertaining. The level design really works nicely. There's a level of comedy and everything between the way the devil talks to you and the other characters. To the very simple part here of the buses who say they're a bus and make vroom noises, which is hilarious as somebody who used to be a bus driver. So I really liked that aspect. I thought it was hilarious. I'm just going this way because I believe there's a secret. There used to be one, and I think there is one. Yeah, look, it's a frog. A big frog. That is a secret. You also get an achievement if you get run over by a bus like 10 times, so I encourage you to do that. Yeah, so again, a story, rather minimal, but it's a good story. Like, it doesn't have to be, super in depth. It doesn't need to be anything crazy specific. It just needs to be something that gives you a reason for why you're doing everything, and it turns from a story of escape to a story of revenge, and it's really just done in a nice way. Like, it's quite enjoyable. It's humorous. It's well written. The music is pretty swell as well. I do wish that there was probably a slight bit more variety to the music, because there's not really a whole lot. Like, it's kind of a lot of the same music. I do think the unknown area has probably the best music in the game, but it's certainly like a little bit more of just nice music, as opposed to like the stuff that's trying to get you ready to go. And good job. Yeah, there we go. See, that's good job for me for finishing the game, and good job for me for reaching this point for fun. Let's see. So I've talked about the sound. I've talked about the graphics. Graphically, the game looks very nice. It's relatively, it's the color scheme, I think, is what really fits the game quite well. I always like to see depictions of hell. I personally don't believe in hell. However, I think it's one of those environments that, gives you... there's always like a really good chance that people are going to make something that looks like really cool. It's just like one of those cool literary locations that's pretty cool to see. This is like another part of my favorite part of this game, is that exploration feels very rewarding. There's no reason to do it other than to do it, and I like to do it, and I like to do it because it's hilarious to find a bunch of random stuff. We'll finish out this level, and then that's it. That's going to be the end of my review for it. Again, like I said, it takes about an hour to finish. You could probably finish it less than an hour if you do really well. I just had like a whole lot of places where I didn't do well, and it took me a lot longer to finish the levels than I would have expected for it to take. But there's some slight profanity, nothing big, no big deal. There is a secret here I would like to show off, because I feel like this one's like a really easy one to miss. But yeah, like I said, graphically the game looks really nice. The design of the enemies is really nice. There aren't very many enemies, but that's okay. Yeah, and so there's that thing. This is like part of the little secrets that you can pick up as you play. I think I'm on the last... Is this the last level? I think it's the last level. Might as well trying to finish it out. So, the game is on sale for like 10% off right now for the release of the game. If you do happen to pick it up, please consider leaving a review. Reviews are very, very helpful for the developer. I'm going to write my review after making this video. And there's a devil in Huzzah. I have successfully completed the game. Again, as you can see, like, you can do it a lot quicker. And then we get some credits, which I think is important to show off. Yeah, there's not a lot for the credits. Oh, I did not know you could unlock the virtual levels. So that's why it's important to pick up those little... those things, those, I don't know, whatever those are, those little boxes that I just picked up one of these. There was a couple of times I've picked up more, but typically, I will point out that when you do pick them up, if you don't finish the level, it's not going to carry over as complete. Which is fine, but I do kind of wish it wasn't like that. I do wish that if you found them, they were just... you just kept them forever. But there's a total of 15 virtual levels, just so you know. And that's it. That's Kick Bastards. Highly recommended. Like I said, it's the best game of 2024 so far, and it is easily the best parkour game since Mirror's Edge. So, I mean, if you think I'm wrong, tell me just some suggestions of something you think is better, but right now this is definitely my thoughts. Thanks for watching. Remember, give the game a shot. Wishlist it if you're not ready to buy it. And if you do buy it, please leave a review. Thanks for watching.